Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from Politico written by Darren Samuelson, published on January 17th. It's from their Mueller investigation section. I guess they have a whole section on that, from the looks of it. The circular firing squad. Mueller targets turn on each other. Alright, what's fucked up is they will not say what Giuliani said exactly. They're trying to twist it. This is pure propaganda. Okay? Because as an attorney for his client, what he said was basically to the extent of, only one I know of is my client, because that's my only concern, and that I know that he did not himself collude with Russia. So saying something like that, when they say circular firing squad, Mueller targets turn on each other, is somehow making it that they're all turning on each other, when it's not even remotely that. All right. See, President Donald Trump's personal lawyer, like for the caption here, President Donald Trump's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, said during an interview that the only person he knows about who didn't collude with Russia was Trump himself. Okay. Yeah, it's his client. That's the only person that he has privy to. That's the only person that he's going to know for a fact. But yet, look at here, the lead-in sentence. Well, it's not technically the lead-in sentence, but it's a subheadline, however you want to look at it. After Rudy Giuliani's latest comments, it's everyone for themselves, and it's a prosecutor's dream for special counsel. See, they're really trying to push this shit. Because he said he knows for a fact, the only person he knows for a fact, because it is his client, is that didn't collude is Trump. It's now this thing of it's all, everyone for themselves, and they're all turning on each other, and yeah, can we say fake fucking news? Rudy Giuliani sent an unmistakable message Wednesday night. It's everyone for themselves. No, that's not what he did, but hey, whatever. During a CNN interview, President Donald Trump's personal lawyer blurted out that the only person he knows about who didn't collude with Russia was Trump himself. That's not exactly what he said, but all right, you got to twist shit. Although Giuliani tried to walk back his comments on Thursday. Oh no, he just tried to fucking correct you fucking shitbricks who put words in his mouth, but all right. The remarks put the sprawling web of people caught up in special counsel Robert Mueller's probe on notice. No one is coming to save you. No, that's not what it was at all. Holy shit, you deranged fucking Trump fuckwits are so clueless. It's not even funny. You're literally trying to pander towards the lowest common denominator of the lowest IQ on the left with this shit. You think one former Trump campaign official wrote to Politico when asked whether Giuliani was trying to protect the president at the expense of everyone who worked for him? No, that's not what he was doing at all. What he was saying is my client is my only concern. I know what he did or did not do. What those other people did, that's not my responsibility. I mean, heaven forbid. As a lawyer, he says, the only person I can speak for is my client. I mean, I thought that's what attorneys did, but okay. The Team Trump infighting has been a prosecutor's dream for Mueller, opening up an ever-widening window into the behind-the-scenes working of a rookie politician whose campaign has been under investigation for years. Wow. That's not infighting what he did, but okay. Wow, you people are fucking delusional. The special counsel and federal prosecutors have already benefited from the internal sniping, flipping Trump's former lawyer, national security advisor, and campaign chairman. No! Oh my God, that's not what fucking happened. Talk about revising fucking history. Okay, number one, Trump's former lawyer, they basically told him, plead out to this shit or we're royally going to fuck you. And he pled to a crime he pled to something that was not even a fucking crime. He pled to something he wasn't even guilty of. His national security advisor, he didn't get flipped. Oh no, they used the fact that he said one thing to the FBI, which could have been an honest mistake, and then used that to go after him because you can't somehow lie to the FBI, and even if you accidentally misstate something to them, it's somehow a lie. And the same thing happened with his former campaign chairman, which they then used that to go after him for even more shit. Let's be a little more fucking accurate here. But oh, wait a minute, you're Trump deranged left-run fucking Politico. I wouldn't expect anything less than this from you. Bickering and backstabbing were Trump's world trademarks long before the former businessman launched his White House bid. From the real estate mogul's decades of private business dealings to his years of a reality television star. Oh my God. No, that didn't. Bickering and backstabbing were not commonplace, but okay. I love this revisionist fucking history. Everyone on the left loved Trump until he said, hey, I'm becoming a Republican and I'm running for president. And then all you fucking people lost your shit. I love this revision of fucking history here. But the attitude has taken on a completely new life as Mueller's 20-month-old probe creeps increasingly closer to the president. No, it doesn't. Holy shit. You people honestly think this is going to lead to Trump. Oh my fucking God. Now the sniping can have long-term legal consequences, and the president and his former aides have used media interviews, social media posts, and court filings to take shots at each other in the interest of protecting themselves and their reputations. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? You mean Michael Cohen basically selling out the president because he was a shitty fucking lawyer that did a lot of illegal shit that they basically blackmailed him with to plead out? Manafort really didn't come out and talk against him. Flynn didn't come out and talk against him. Those are your other two people. What the fuck are you talking about? Holy shit. Nobody is really on the same team anymore when you've worked with Donald Trump, said Sam Nunberg, a former Trump 2016 campaign aide who has been questioned multiple times by Mueller and congressional investigators. So, a campaign aide, a fucking nobody. Oh my God, that's your proof? God damn. Trump puts everyone against each other when you work for him, he added. While he demands loyalty, he doesn't return it. Loyalty is not a two-way street, especially when you've got special counsel involved in it. Oh my God, this is a fucking nobody. A fucking nobody. An aide is your proof of this. Holy shit, you expect fucking the average friggin' left reader of Politico to be a fucking moron. Holy sweet Jesus Christ. Michael Zeldin, a former Mueller DOJ aide, likened the current division inside Trump world to the mafia. Not even close, but all right. Even Whitey Bulger gets beaten to death for having squealed. That always made it hard for prosecutors because it was very hard to break someone out of the organization. What? Oh my God. He's comparing Trump to Whitey Bulger. So yeah, someone out of the organization. Zeldin said, referencing the famous Boston mobster, here everyone is saying, I can cooperate. Whether they are fully truthful, they all seem to be available. No, that's not true. They would all be knocking on his fucking door and Trump would already be, have been impeached and removed from fucking office if this was the case. And I love this. Well, Whitey Bulger shit. Whitey Bulger and Trump are no fucking comparison. Whitey Bulger was a murderous, sleazy, scumbag fucking bastard. I mean, if you were comparing him to, say, Bill Clinton with the trail of bodies behind him and Hillary, okay, you might have an somewhat accurate analogy here. I mean, because Clintons, they run their shit like a fucking mob organization. But, it's a bit of projecting when you're trying to put it on Trump here, because that's how the Democrats run things. Holy shit. The latest example is Michael Cohen, Trump's former personal lawyer, who appears to be sparring few in his bid to shorten his prison sentence and resurrect his image after being swept up in multiple investigations. Oh, okay, so basically you're admitting that Michael Cohen is basically looking to sell out anyone and everyone he can to save his fucking ass. Which could be what he did in regards to the president. He could have said, oh yeah, I'll plead to this, knowing full well it wasn't a fucking crime, just to save his ass. This is your fucking proof. A discredited, disbarred fucking shitbag, or hopefully he'll get disbarred shitbag if he isn't already. Oh my God, Cohen is your fucking proof of this shit? A fucking sleazy New York City attorney. One of the least credible, because of who he is and what he does and where he's doing it. You know, an attorney in New York City. Kind of makes him the least credible fucking person to be using. Not your poster child, but you're holding him up as one. That's fucking sad. Cohen turned publicly against Trump last summer and even urged voters to headed into the 2018 midterms to elect Democrats so that Congress could rein in his former boss's presidency. That wouldn't raise some red flags with anyone with half a fucking brain. I mean, to me, it sounds like they got to him. Whether it's the Democrats or Mueller as a fucking Clinton stooge, they got to him. Next month, Cohen is scheduled to testify before the House Oversight Committee in a high-profile hearing expected to draw gavel-to-gavel media coverage. Oh, God. Where he's going to fucking sell at anyone and everyone that he can, regardless of if he has anything on them, and he has to make shit up just to try to save his own fucking hide. But okay. He's already spent months blaming the president for any suspect behavior during the campaign, saying his weakness was blind loyalty to Trump. Yeah, bullshit. If he was blind fucking loyal, he wouldn't have been illegally recording the conversations of the president. Holy sweet Jesus. Blind loyalty says that you trust him. Recording him illegally and secretly reeks to the opposite, but okay. Hush payments that Cohen made to women alleging affairs with Trump. Wait, what? Why would that be a question? Hush payments that Cohen made to women alleging affairs with Trump. What? Made it? That doesn't make sense. Made it Trump's direction, Cohen said. Paying people a bag of cash to rig online polls in Trump's favor. Done because Trump made the request, and it was a check, not a bag, Cohen claimed. Oh my God, I highly fucking doubt that. And you want to talk about rigging of fucking polls? You don't see, with all these polls that said Trump had a 5% fucking chance of winning and Hillary a 95% chance. And these were all people that had close ties to the fucking DNC and shit. And Hillary even. You do not see anything, any investigations into that shit, now do you? I mean, this is some fucked up funny shit here. In the courtroom, Cohen's legal team has also indirectly swiped at others in Trump's orbit. Last month, Cohen's attorney, Guy Petrillo, argued in court that his client's cooperation with prosecutors should substantially mitigate his sentence and that his actions stand in profound contrast to the decision of some others not to cooperate and allegedly to double deal while pretending to cooperate. Basically, you're trying to save your client's ass after he fucking got blackmailed. Let's be honest here. Your fucking client was blackmailed, Petrillo. They said, we will fuck you on these crimes unless you plead out to this one because we don't want you. We want Trump. And if you plead out to this, it gets us one step closer to going after him. You're a small fish. We want the big fish. That's exactly what fucking happened. Jojo the Idiot Circus Boy could see that. But you see, you want to make it sound like it's a different story with him. Jesus Christ. You're just as sleazy, if not sleazier, than your fucking client, Petrillo. While Petrillo didn't mention former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort by name, the reference was almost unmistakable. A source with knowledge of Cohen's case confirmed that the passage was meant to invoke Manafort's behavior. Oh, fuck you. The missives from Cohen and his legal team haven't gone unnoticed. Trump himself struck back at his former fixer on Saturday night during a Fox News interview with a perplexing call for investigators to investigate Cohen's father-in-law's finances. Huh. I love how he brings up something like that, and you're like trying to play it down. Do you ever think that maybe Cohen was funneling money into his father-in-law's finances to launder it or some shit, maybe? I guess he didn't want to talk about his father-in-law. He's trying to get his sentence reduced, the president said. Yeah, maybe you'd find more criminality with Cohen, you know, laundering money or some shit with his father-in-law. You never know. That might be why Trump brought it up. Several other ex-Trump aides have turned on their former colleagues. Oh, God. Rick Gates, who served under Manafort as deputy campaign chairman and then played a prominent role organizing Trump's inauguration, has been cooperating with Mueller since pleading guilty last February. He served as a star witness against Manafort during his former boss's trial in Alexandria, Virginia, where the longtime GOP operative was convicted on several charges of bank and tax fraud. but nothing to do with Russia. The Russian investigation has not busted anyone remotely to do with anything involving Russia. Gates is spilling his ex-colleague's secrets to the special counsel. In a court filing earlier this week, an FBI agent recounted how Gates snitched on Manafort's clandestine effort to get people appointed to Trump's new administration in January 2017. Excuse me, but this is just this fucking guy's word. We have no proof that Manafort was trying to do this. On top of this, you're trying to play it like Trump's a simpleton and a puppet and could easily have been told, oh yeah, this person's going, yeah, that's not how it works. Trying to act like Trump is a feeble-minded person who he could just stack people in the administration with is fucking hilarious. Okay, Trump is not Dan Quayle, all right? Trump is not Ocasio-Cortez. Translation, not a fucking moron. That's what I'm getting at. But you're trying to play it like that. Attorneys for Michael Flynn have taken a more subtle approach. His lawyers tried to compare the former Trump national security advisor favorably to other Mueller targets when making the argument that Flynn didn't deserve jail time for lying to the FBI. In doing so, they essentially called out two people, former Trump campaign advisor George Papadopoulos and Dutch attorney Alex van der Zwaan. What he said to the FBI was more of a misstatement than it was a lie. Like I said, he didn't flat out lie, but okay. And saying that those people did worse might actually be a valid statement in regards to him getting jail time. If they got less of a slap, if they got less of a sentence or whatever else, I mean, it makes sense. But you see, you're trying to make it sound like this is, proof of what you're claiming, and it doesn't prove shit. In a court filing, Flynn's lawyer insinuated that Papadopoulos, who served a 14-day sentence last year for also lying to the FBI, was more mendacious than Flynn because he had been specifically notified of the seriousness of the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election. Yeah, I can kind of see that. I have no problems with that. He was specifically notified and he specifically lied. The FBI also warned Papadopoulos that lying to investigators was a federal offense, it said. Yeah. Flynn had received neither warnings, the filing pointedly noted. Yeah, so he wasn't informed of this. Papadopoulos was, and Papadopoulos gets a slap on the wrist. See, Flynn, they thought they had a major connection here. Flynn, they thought they were actually going to have something that led somewhere, and it didn't work out that way. As for van der Zwaan, who spent 30 days in prison before being deported, Flynn's attorneys argued that he was a trained attorney who was represented by counsel during his FBI interview. Again, unlike Flynn. Yeah. For now, Flynn's fate remains in the air. His sentencing has been postponed so he can continue to cooperate in the Mueller probe. No, his sentences have been postponed so they can hold it over his head and hope that they can fucking get him to fucking lie and do all this other shit like they did Cohen. That's what it comes down to. They don't care about the truth at this point. But hey, whatever. I mean, hell, because Mueller has more fucking ties with Russia than Trump does. I mean, shit, he was behind, one of the big players behind Uranium One, but fucking whatever. The feuding among Trump's associates isn't just happening among people who've already been charged. I love this. They bring in Roger Stone now, and they try to play Roger Stone's situation. It's fucking hilarious. Well, anyway. Longtime Trump advisor Roger Stone, a Mueller target because of suspicions he had privileged knowledge that WikiLeaks was sitting on a stolen cache of Hillary Clinton campaign emails, has been on a PR blitz to tarnish several former friends and liars. I love this. This is fucking hilarious. All right. Now they got to bring in Stone on this, who was fucking clueless. Anyone who had half a fucking clue kind of knew that there was something up with WikiLeaks. You didn't have to be in the know for that. Stone has repeatedly derided New York-based liberal talk show host Randy Credico, placing the blame for any WikiLeaks back-channel communication on his ex-pal. He's flat out said that he's never had any back-channel communication with WikiLeaks. Holy shit. Roger Stone has more than reiterated that over and fucking over. But yet you want to change the story now. Holy shit. Similarly, Stone has lobbed effusive insults at Jerome Corsi, the right-wing author and conspiracy theorist who has also drawn Mueller's interest because of possible links to WikiLeaks. In an Instagram post last month, Stone accused Corsi of working with Mueller to sandbag me on a fabricated perjury charge. Whoa, okay. See, they don't take the full quote. So you know that's not exactly what he said, number one. They like doing that so that they can, paint things a certain way. And I love this, how they go after Jerome Corsi, who is a long-standing legacy media reporter. And they try to, who's won awards. And he's a conspiracy theorist and a right-wing author. He's been a reporter a lot longer than I'm sure you have here, Shipwreck. This is fucking hilarious. You guys are so desperate. I love this work of fiction. I really do. They all have good reason to point the finger at each other. Stone has long said he expects to be indicted for lying to Mueller, as a charge he denies. And Corsi lawyers have circulated a draft court document showing Mueller wanted their client to plead guilty to a false statement charge they say is bunk. Yeah. So wait a minute. They're basically saying that what Mueller is claiming about them is complete bullshit, but yet they're turning on each other when they have the same consistency on the note of they're innocent. But yet, innocent people don't throw each other under the bus. Only guilty people do. And they haven't really thrown each other under the bus. Does that mean your narrative is kind of full of shit or actually full of shit? I think it's actually full of shit, not kind of. Open warfare in Trump's orbit has produced its share of Schadenfreude as well. The only people that have been enjoying Schadenfreude are everyone that's watching you Trump deranged fuckwits. But hey, if you want to think that you're enjoying Schadenfreude, go right ahead. Justice was well served today. Former Trump campaign manager Corey Lewandowski said in an NPR interview last August after Cohen pled guilty and Manafort was convicted on the same day. I love how they take shit out of context. What was the full sentence that he said? What was the full thing Lewandowski said? Lewandowski. I doubt it was more contextually filled than just that. Steve Bannon, the former Trump White House senior strategist, was ousted from Trump's circle after he almost gleefully predicted trouble for the president's son, Donald Trump Jr., who was in Mueller's crosshairs for an election year meeting with a Russian lawyer promising dirt on Clinton. That's not exactly what happened. But okay, I love this revision of history. He was ousted because the fucking deep state shitbags, the neocons, they didn't like him. They saw him as a threat to their authority and their power. They saw him as a threat to their trying to manipulate the presidency. But, we'll fucking leave those things out. Because that was what was going on when he got ousted. But now it's a different fucking story because you think people are too fucking stupid and have too short of an attention span to remember this shit. But okay. And this thing of what he said right here. I agree with it. He's a soft boy. He's not like his father, okay? They're going to crack Don Jr. like an egg on national TV, he said in Michael Wolff's book, Fire and Fury, which is taken out of context, mind you. Okay? See, when you see them literally taking quotes out of context, they're not giving you the full quote, always should raise a red flag. Okay? Because the thing is I'm sure Manafort more meant this along the lines of, because he's not like his father, he's not a strong man like him, okay? He's more likely to crack. Not that the fact that he's guilty and that's why he'll crack, but you see, they take it out of context and they leave this implication that it's because he's guilty and he'll crack. But hey, you know, they get away with it because they're scumbags, because they're dishonest, because of the legacy media, because they're Trump deranged. I think you get the idea why. Anne-Marie McAvoy, a defense attorney and media consultant who previously represented Gates, said she wasn't surprised by all of the discord. It starts with the president and trickles down to all the people who've worked for him, she said. Okay. Of course, every attorney is going to try to represent his or her client zealously as possible and make them look the best and make everyone around them who might say anything bad about them look worse, McAvoy said. I love this because that's not what Giuliani did. I mean, he literally was like, look, this is my client, the only person I'm responsible for, the only person that I'm here to defend, the only person that I can say that I know had no dealings with Russia. And you twist that to push this fucking bullshit. It's fucking ridiculous. Typically, in cases of dealing with a large number of people from the same side of an organization, co-defendants will demonstrate some... I love how this person puts these big fucking words and they probably don't even know what they fucking mean themselves. They probably have to go to a thesaurus. Some collegiality with each other. But McAvoy said, there's a different dynamic at play when none of the people who have been caught in the Mueller probe are on the same team anymore. See, this is fucking hilarious. They are seriously trying to play this differently as it is. They're trying to play this like all these people who got busted on fucking bullshit fucking things in a Russian investigation that aren't even related to the Russian investigation. There's signs that they're all caving in and they're gonna rat out Trump with Russia. Are you fucking kidding me? If they had anything on them to actually get them to rat out on Trump with the Russian shit, if there was Russian shit, which at this point is pretty apparent that there probably isn't, they would have had it a long time ago. But you people want to keep beating the shit like a dead fucking horse. But the problem is there's no meat left on the bone. You are beating a horse's skeleton. And you don't even fucking realize that. Oh my God. All of these people have tried to, assuming they're not going to jail, to make a living, deal with their neighbors, try to have some sort of normal life after this, she said. Yeah, and you've got Mueller and federal prosecutors that are deep state shitbag shills that, you know, are Trump deranged fuckwits, basically holding that fact of being able to do those things over their heads with trumped up bullshit fucking charges for the most part. You know, like, oops, I made a mistake, you know, talking to the FBI. Can I correct it? Sure. You correct it and then you get fucking arrested. Yeah, okay. For lying to the FBI. You know, for being an honest person, because this actually happened. There was a correction issue. What was it? I think it was Flynn. Made a correction. And then went, oh, you lied to the FBI. After he corrected. Because they went, oh, and he went, oh, let me correct this. And I think they probably had a clue. Because they were like, you know, this. And it was just a fuck up on dates. And he owned up to it. He screwed up on some dates. And he owned up to it. And they're using that to hold over his head. To Democrats, the infighting has occasionally prompted legal concerns. Several House chairmen issued a warning to the president on Sunday after he went after Cohen's father-in-law, saying Trump appeared to be obstructing congressional oversight functions. What? So wait a minute. Pointing out that they might want to investigate Cohen's father's finances is obstruction now? He's helping! For fuck's sake! Organized crime and international money laundering are a dirty business, former Clinton campaign manager Robbie Mook told the Politico. It doesn't surprise me in the slightest. As the ship is sinking, the rats are jumping out. Are you talking about with Hillary Clinton? Because that bitch is literally, she would know, you would know working for her about, you know, organized crime and international money laundering. I mean, just look at all the fact of all the money that the Clinton Foundation fucking pilfered from Haiti after the quakes. Look at the fact that it was caught literally trafficking fucking children by the Haitian people, by the Haitian government, by the Haitian police. But you don't hear about that shit in the United States. I mean, this is some fucked up shit. This just goes to show how desperate they are. They are literally taking Rudy Giuliani saying, look, I'm only responsible for my client. All right? The only person I can speak for is him. And I know for a fact that he had nothing to do with Russia. You know, is somehow selling out the other fuckers and you know, chumming the water. Oh, I mean, this is some fucked up shit. I mean, as you can see, they are really this desperate. But anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.